In early January, tragedy struck a small reservoir in Guangxi, China, when a dam collapsed after days of relentless rainfall. Located in Yangtze County, known for its iconic karst landscapes, the Shixi Dam gave way on January 7th, inundating roads, orchards, and farmlands. While no lives were lost, the collapse serves as a chilling reminder of the vulnerabilities many of China's aging dams face, especially in the face of increasingly extreme weather events fueled by climate change. Built in 1965, the Shixi Dam was designed to hold 195,000 cubic meters of water, enough to fill 78 Olympic-sized swimming pools. It was intended to serve the irrigation needs of local farmers. However, decades of wear, compounded by insufficient maintenance, left the structure vulnerable. The dam, which was reinforced just 25 years ago, could not withstand the unprecedented water levels caused by the heavy rains. A surveyor at the site, who chose to remain anonymous, revealed that water overflowed the dam, eventually leading to its collapse. For villagers like 81-year-old Luo Qiwan, who helped build the dam decades ago, the disaster was unprecedented. "I've never seen such flooding," Luo said. The water levels were never this high before, and the dam had never collapsed in all these years. The collapse, though unreported by Chinese domestic media, raises critical questions about the resilience of the country's 94,000 dams, many of which were constructed during the mid-20th century. During the 1950s and 1960s, under the leadership of Mao Zedong, China embarked on an ambitious project to build thousands of dams to combat drought and boost agricultural production. However, these structures were often built hastily, with limited resources and outdated technology. Between 1954 and 2005 alone, over 3,400 reservoirs saw dike failures due to substandard construction and poor management. Now, decades later, many of these dams face a future filled with threats from intensifying climate change. Yangtze County, where Shixi is located, has already been experiencing the brunt of these changes. Official data shows that rainfall and temperatures in the region were significantly higher between 1990 and 2018 compared to previous decades. Last June, Yangtze recorded a deluge where more rain fell in 3 hours than what typically falls in 2 months. Such extreme weather events are testing the limits of aging infrastructure. David Shankman, a geographer from the University of Alabama who studies Chinese floods, emphasized that well-designed and maintained dams should be able to withstand even the most extreme conditions. A dam should remain structurally sound after a flood if it's properly designed, he said. Yet, Shixi's collapse has exposed the fragility of such aging structures. Complicating matters further is the uncertainty surrounding the dam's failure. Experts are still unclear whether the collapse was due to record-breaking rainfall, a blocked emergency spillway, or inherent design flaws. What is certain, however, is the looming threat posed by extreme weather. Even larger reservoirs in the region are feeling the strain. For example, on a tributary of the Yangtze River, water levels rose so sharply last month that authorities resorted to blasting part of a dam to prevent a catastrophic overflow. The Shixi incident is eerily reminiscent of China's worst dam disaster. In 1975, the Bangqiao Dam on the Yellow River collapsed following a typhoon, resulting in tens of thousands of deaths. Although significant progress has been made in flood control since then, experts warn that the risks remain high for smaller dams on less prominent rivers. Ye Jianchun, China's Deputy Minister of Water Resources, acknowledged this, stating that while major river flood control projects remain robust, smaller dams may be vulnerable to unforeseen black swan events caused by excessive flooding, highlight the urgent need for improved risk management strategies. To mitigate these risks, Chinese authorities have been reinforcing and upgrading old dams, increasing inspections, and planning new reservoirs to enhance water storage capacity. In Yangtze County, efforts focus on strengthening riverbanks, with workers tirelessly adding rocks and soil to fortify defenses. However, Benjamin Horton, director of the Earth Observatory of Singapore, emphasizes that these measures may no longer suffice in the face of a new normal of climatic extremes. Horton advocates for sustainable flood management approaches that work with nature rather than against it. Expanding floodplains, restoring wetlands, and allowing water to interact naturally with ecosystems can help relieve pressure on dams. These solutions not only boost resilience, but also reduce the risk of catastrophic failures. The shixi Dam collapse serves as a stark wake-up call for China and the world. As climate change intensifies, the challenges of aging infrastructure will grow. Without urgent action, the consequences could be devastating, not just for rural areas like shixi, but for millions in downstream floodplains. The critical question is no longer whether aging dams can hold back water, but whether we can rise to the challenge of building a safer and more sustainable future.